Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We'll continue responding to Dan Gibson's Qibla argument. And today we will focus on one of the early mosques that he claimed is facing Petra. It's located in Guangzhou, China. Let's go and watch.
You see, the Arabs had been trading with the Chinese for hundreds and hundreds of years. This is all well documented. And so Abu Waqas, an uncle of Muhammad, traveled to China on a trade mission. And according to Chinese manuscripts, he built a mosque for the Arabs in Canton in 627 AD, or 6 years after the founding of Islam. I personally examined this mosque and used a GPS unit to determine the mosque's Qibla direction. What I found was surprising. This mosque does not face Mecca. It faces 12 degrees north of Mecca, meaning that it does not face Jerusalem either. Its Qibla passes south of Jerusalem.
First of all, and I know many Muslims have already responded to this point, there is no evidence that the companion of Prophet Muhammad Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas, may Allah be pleased with him, traveled to China during the life of Prophet Muhammad. This story does not exist in any Islamic source. It only exists in a later Chinese manuscripts, which means they most likely got it wrong. Next, I would like to remind you that Dan Gibson said that he himself visited the mosque and he found that the mosque didn't face Mecca nor it faced Jerusalem. So, where does it face? Did Dan Gibson give us the answer to this question? Yes, he did in his documentary. After going through all the 12 mosques, he presented his conclusion. Let's go and watch.
Now, let's put this all together onto one map. The result is amazing. During the first 100 years of Islam, 100% of all the surviving mosques we have located so far face a spot in southern Jordan rather than Mecca. From north, south, east and west, mosques all face towards one spot. This isn't some small error in determining the Qibla direction. They all specifically point to just one place.
Directly under this point is the ancient city of Petra.
You see, according to Dan Gibson, 100% of the early surviving mosque, which of course includes this mosque in Guangzhou, faced Petra. Their Qibla were exactly towards Petra. And you can have a look at this picture that we have just seen in the previous clip. You see the arrow that is coming from the east, that is the mosque we are talking about. So if we follow the arrow, we will find that it goes directly towards Petra. And now we are going to have one of those Dan Gibson debunks Dan Gibson moment. Let's go to Dan Gibson's website and see what he said about this mosque. This is Dan Gibson website. Since this mosque faced Petra, according to Dan Gibson, then let's go to the Petra category. If we go to the Petra category, we won't find this mosque. This Guangzhou mosque is not in the category of mosques facing Petra. We can go and have a look at the map. There is no line coming from China. Let's go to another category. This is the unknown category. The unknown category, according to Dan Gibson, are these mosques which have been rebuilt over times. So he is not able to identify their original Qibla. And now you can see a mosque in Guangzhou appears. But there is a problem. If you click on this mosque, it will show you the details of a different mosque which was built in 740s, as you can see. This is not the same mosque that we have just seen in the clip, because that mosque was built in 627 according to Dan Gibson. This one is built in 740. Here it is. This is the mosque that Dan Gibson visited. But again, there is a problem, because Dan Gibson set the same location for these two mosques. Check here, if you click on other mosques, the blue color will keep changing. But if you click in these two mosques, it will give you the same location. It will not change. So one location for two different mosques. And also, if you click on the location on the map, it will not take you to the mosque that Dan Gibson visited, the one which was allegedly built by Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas. No, it will take you to the other mosque. Was that deliberate or was it accidental? If it is deliberate, what's the purpose of this mistake? I will tell you what I think. I cannot confirm it, but this is what I think. The other mosque is not in Guangzhou, but still the location it shows is in Guangzhou. This confusion will help Dan Gibson to get away with the fact that he said in the documentary that he visited the mosque and the mosque is facing Petra. But here in his website we can see that the mosque is categorized as unknown, which means he was not able to determine its original Qibla because it has been reconstructed. But in the YouTube documentary, Dan Gibson listed this mosque as one of the surviving mosques.
Not every mosque can be used for this study. Many of them were totally reconstructed over time, so much so that it is no longer possible to determine their original Qibla direction. However, a number of mosques survive.
As you saw in the documentary, he claimed that the Guangzhou mosque survived reconstruction. However, you can read here in the information on Dan Gibson's website that the mosque has been rebuilt. So, if you admit that the mosque has been rebuilt, why is it there in your list of early surviving mosques? If you claim that you visited the mosque and the mosque is definitely facing Petra, why is it not in the Petra Qibla category in your website? The problem is the information page about this Guangzhou mosque in Dan Gibson website says that it is facing Petra. Another thing, if you see the information below, Dan Gibson says that the mosque has been rebuilt facing Mecca in 1695. And another problem is, if you go to the map, you will see that the mosque is neither face Petra nor Mecca. It faces a location in between. Now this is very confusing. In order to understand the mess that Dan Gibson presented about this mosque, let's put them all in one page. According to Dan Gibson's YouTube documentary, the mosque has survived, which means it hasn't been rebuilt.
However, a number of mosques survive.
And the mosque is facing Petra. That's 100% sure because Dan Gibson himself visited the mosque and examined the Qibla. However, in Dan Gibson's Qibla tool page, the mosque is classified as unknown, which means its original Qibla is unknown. And it says that the mosque has been rebuilt and that it is facing Mecca since 1695. If you go to the information page of the mosque, you'll find that it says that the mosque has been rebuilt in 1965 and that it faces Petra. So even after it has been rebuilt in 1965, it still faces Petra. And finally, if you go to the map, you will find that the mosque is neither facing Petra nor facing Mecca. It faces a location in between. I told you at the beginning of this series, this hypothesis is a joke. It's a complete mess. Before ending this video, I would like to remind you to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you find the content beneficial. And don't forget to click the notification button if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.